How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious video clips that no one can quite explain. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky content, just like this. For millions of people all around the world, going to church is a weekly activity that connects them with their spirituality. This next clip was aired on EXN, a paranormal TV show in Mexico. The footage starts off normal enough, showcasing a large church full of people gathered around and singing. But little do these churchgoers know that they may have been joined by something not of this world during their usual Sunday gathering. Take a look at what the cameras caught.
Comentaba que estas presencias siempre han estado junto a nosotros, pero en este caso ve.
A mysterious glowing white figure can be seen sitting amongst the crowd. What's particularly interesting here is that nobody in the group seems to notice the strange figure sitting with them. Given the setting, many viewers have dubbed this figure an angel. The fact that it's pure white and looks to be glowing has left many people in awe that this congregation may have been graced by the divine. But as always, I'll throw this out to you, the viewer. What do you think's been captured on camera here? Let me know down below. The following video was featured on Fox 2 St. Louis and tells the story of a man named Doug Liles and his son Kyle, who was a football player for the local youth team in Fenton, Missouri. Sadly, Doug's son Kyle passed away at the young age of just 20 after getting into a car accident with a truck on Highway 40 at Winghaven. He was on his way to a game he was scheduled to play that day. Months later, a man named Brian Roth was taking a photo of his grandson and his teammate at the exact same football field that Doug's son Kyle was headed to when he got into that fatal accident. All seemed perfectly fine at first until Brian took a look at the photo. As you can see, there's a strange white figure to the left of the boys. Upon seeing this, Brian was equal parts fascinated and a little freaked out simply because he had no idea what was happening in the photo, so he submitted it to Fox 2 St. Louis, who covered the story. When Doug saw the story, he and the rest of his family became convinced that the figure seen in the photograph was that of Kyle, hovering over the field and giving it his watchful eye. So could this really be Kyle's spirit hanging out at the football field that he loves so much? While there's no way to prove this for sure, if it gives Doug and his family some peace of mind, then that's all that matters. The following clip was uploaded by the YouTube channel Church of Christ for the Family and was recorded back in June of 2012. The footage in question was taken by a man who was filming his daughters inside the church. As the two girls sing and the rest of the churchgoers clap along, something strange seems to happen right in front of the videographer. Take a look. An almost transparent figure appears to move in front of the camera. The church believes that the figure is an angel visiting their place of worship. In the description of the video, the church says that the man filming was not only able to see this apparition in the video screen, but that he also saw it with his naked eye, confirming that there was indeed something there. Is this genuine footage of an angel roaming the halls of a church, or is there another way to explain the sighting? In 2018, a Michigan couple were relaxing at home when they got an alert from their home security system that movement had been detected out the front of their home. When they checked the feed, they were puzzled by what they saw. Homeowner Glenn Thorman was stunned to see something hovering over his truck. The bizarre image prompted Glenn and his wife, as well as their pastor, to believe that an angel paid them a visit in the middle of the night. The Fox News team who covered the story spoke to Pastor Don Piper about the strange image. A number of years ago, Piper was in a car accident where he believes he actually died and visited heaven, then returned back to earth after being resuscitated. Pastor Don Piper believes Thorman's image does indeed show an angel, and that angels are around us more than we'll ever know. According to Piper, when he died, he was carried by a large number of angels up to the gates of heaven. And if the story is true, then his confidence that there was an angel in Thorman's driveway does make for a fascinating conclusion. So what do you think? Is this really an angel? Love to hear your take on the image in the comments section down below. Seven-year-old Aasher Liles from Texas loves to play around with his mum's phone. Aasher and his family were on a plane flying back to Houston after visiting relatives in Washington. Aasher got bored in the middle of the flight and asked his mother Kerry if he could take photos with her phone. The family thought nothing of it. While she was scrolling through her son's photos, Kerry noticed all of them were normal, except for this one. As you can see, there's a cloud that resembles a person with open arms. Kerry uploaded the photo to her Facebook profile. Friends and family were stunned at the strange image. Kerry believes that the figure floating around in the sky is Aasher's guardian angel, saying that he's always had something watching over him and protecting him. Aasher has Down syndrome, and his mother believes he's always had a sixth sense when it comes to people needing a comforting hug or a big smile. She says that she'll never know the definite truth behind the image, but is taking comfort in her beliefs, and says that she was just happy her son was able to find some joy in his photos. This video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Scott Nuber Official in December of 2015. It shows a large sermon taking place in a church in Pretoria, South Africa. Everything seems fairly normal until around the 2-minute mark, when the cameras catch something odd in the crowd. It looks as though a large array of white glowing figures are standing amongst the other churchgoers. Some commenters have said that this is just a bunch of people dressed in white, which is making the camera pick up on it brightly. But that doesn't seem to be the case, as there are other people in the same room wearing white that aren't glowing in any way. Most people in the comments section, however, praise the Lord, firmly believing that this is a sign from God. So what do you think? Is this a camera glitch, or is something divine playing out before our very eyes? Take another look and decide for yourself. Before we take a look at a mysterious case of a possible guardian angel, remember to caress that subscribe button and tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. I'm still down here, but the nachos you sent me were off. Now I have a bad case of the toots. Pray for me. In mid-2013, 19-year-old Katie Lentz was driving along Route 19 near Center, Missouri, when she was struck head-on by a drunk driver traveling in the opposite direction. Lentz was pinned in the front seat of her convertible. When emergency respondents arrived, Lentz's vital signs were declining rapidly. She asked the officials to pray with her, when suddenly a man who appeared to be a Catholic priest appeared out of nowhere, despite a 2-mile perimeter blocking the scene. This strange man approached the wrecked vehicle and began to pray. A member of the rescue crew said that when the man was praying, there seemed to be a complete calmness that fell over the entire scene, putting all their minds at ease and making them feel more comfortable despite the dire situation. What's perhaps even more interesting is that allegedly the firefighters that arrived on the scene said that their equipment was strangely not working, but as soon as the mysterious man appeared and started praying, their equipment suddenly started to work again. Eventually, Lentz was able to get out of the dangerous wreck. However, when she went to thank the priest for his prayers, he was nowhere to be seen. The disappearing priest was so puzzling that local authorities had a sketch artist draw up an image based on descriptions from witnesses at the scene of the accident. This fascinating and intriguing story captured the attention of thousands of people when it was picked up by national news coverage. Those who saw the story couldn't help but wonder who the mystery priest was and how he managed to help Lentz in the face of danger. Regardless of who he is, Lentz can take comfort knowing that if she ever finds herself in a similar situation in the future, her strange guardian angel may just appear out of nowhere and help her again. Now, if you can't get enough of our content, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that scary video on the top there. Otherwise, we have massive, scary, curated paranormal playlists right there that'll keep you entertained. Now leave us a comment down below, smash that thumbs up button, and that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.